let's just get started with this. So again, I'll run a few prompts that can help me understand all of these things. So yeah, first I want to understand the context which the Cortex code has. So I will ask it which account, role, warehouse, database, and schema do I have access to. I'll run this and it will give me the output here itself in the CLI version. Hmm. So it is giving me my account, my role, my warehouse, my database, my schema, all of these things. What I can do is I can ask it to use a certain database. Use the COCO workshop, database, bank schema, and the warehouse that we have used for this particular workshop. So I've given it SQL, plain English command, and it will work by itself. We'll set the database, schema, and warehouse. The statement is executed. You are now using COCO workshop. The schema is bank, and the warehouse COCO workshop. Now, the next thing is, since I'm in my CLI, I don't want it to give me a query. Rather, what I want it to create is a script that I can store and I can version in my local. First, I would like to show something called as a plan mode in COCO CLI. Again, it is very important that you don't let COCO do anything that it wishes for. You verify what the output is and you then give it permission to run. So what Snowflake has given us is something called as a plan mode where you can see what COCO is planning and how it will execute things. So I will paste the command here. And at the bottom, you can see I have a few options. I have a Teams mode, I have a plan mode. I want to turn this plan mode on. To turn this on, it is giving me a command Ctrl+P. So I'll do Ctrl+P and you can see plan mode is on. What is the difference? Let's just find out in 30 seconds. So I've given it a prompt to create a reusable view, which my risk team can query. And it is also going to give me a script, which will write data quality checks in case I have any data quality issues with my data. So see, here it did not execute and create the query by itself. What it is doing, it is showing me a step-by-step instruction as to what it will actually do. So let it execute completely, then I would show you how exactly this is working. Meanwhile, you can also have a look at what all it is looking at. The branches table, it is looking at the different columns, then it is understanding the loans that I have, the loan statuses that I have, and it has given me the proposed plan. What is a proposed plan? I only need two tables, customers and loans table, and it has given me a few key facts. How will it actually create this particular view? So first, it will run this query to create the view. Second, I've also asked it to add certain comments. So it is going to alter the view and add the comments. Third, it will create the data quality check query that we have given. So this is the workflow by which Snowflake will work and complete the task that I have created. And it will do a verification by itself as well. You can see it will run these two commands and see whether we are getting the correct expected output or not. After that, it is also asking me, would you like Cortex code to proceed with the plan? I have four set of instructions that I can give. I normally go with yes. And you can see here, as soon as I select yes, it automatically exits the plan mode. So this is something which you will have to remember. Every time you want to use plan mode, you'll have to turn it on yourself. So it is creating something. So it has created the view, and then it is going to, the next step was altering the view to add certain comments. Let's see if it is altering the view or not. As you can see, it is altering the view as well. I will say yes again. I can toggle here using my keypad, or I can just select 1, 2, 3 on my keypad. So I'm giving it all the permissions. It is running successfully. You can see at every point it is giving me a successful check. Then it is previewing the data. Final step was the third step rather was creation of the data quality check. So it is going to do that. And it has verified as well. You can see 250 rows, and it is giving me a quick summary of everything that I've done so far. Now the question is, where exactly was this view created? This view was created in my Snowflake account. Mind you, I have been on the screen. I have not navigated to my Snowflake account. But if I come back here, I look at my Explorer. I'll just expand this. I'll go to databases. This is the COCO workshop database I'm working with. I have my bank schema again. And here I have a view. You can see the view that I created via my CLI is present here, and I can query it in my Snowside UI. Everything you want is available here and getting stored here itself. Now, most often than not, you create something and you want to also save it. So what I will do is I will first ask it to save these two artifacts in my local, and then I will proceed with a slight change um, in my view. I'll say save these two artifacts as equal scripts in my COCO workshop folder. Yeah, I'll just save them as two separate SQL files. So I'll just show you the navigation window that I have. Mm, Okay, this is my Cortex COCO workshop. Currently, the folder is completely empty. Unless and until I'm giving Snowflake or COCO permission to do something, it won't do anything. Here it is asking me permission. I say yes, yes. And it has written the two files. How can I verify? I can come here, I can refresh once, and everything will be available to me. Two files created, COCO testing. Okay. It might have created here. Yeah. So if I open here, you can see the SQL code is written. Now you can use it, you can version it using GitHub, you can version it using anything that you want. Next, what I'll do is I'll do a small change. Why? Because most often than not, you create something and then you have an urgent stakeholder recommendation that this needs to change. We need to add a few columns. This view feels incomplete, etc., etc. In that case, can COCO identify that request, change the view query, and save all the artifacts and version them accordingly? So let's see. So I'll add a couple of comments. And yeah, I will add this also. So we have a new request coming in wherein I need to add card utilization to the view. I have to keep everything as is and add this. So I'll say yes. It has updated the view. You can see here, recreated the view. It is altering the view. That was the plan. It should now alter or change the data quality check script also. So let us wait to see if it is actually giving us the right answer. Yeah, let me verify the view and run the updated data quality checks. So here you have the result, now saving both the SQL files. It understands I already have two queries with the two files with the same name. It is going to update those same files. I'm saying yes, yes. And you can see added 57 lines, subtracted 35 lines, added 37 lines, removed 22 lines. At the end, it gives me a nice summary of what all it has done. And now if I go back to my VS Code, you can see this is the query it has written, and this is the view which it has created. So all of the script is ready. Everything is present in my local. I can connect this folder with my GitHub repo, and then everything can be versioned very easily right from this VS Code itself. You did not write a single line of code. You write from understanding the data set to creation of this particular view. Everything was handled by COCO CLI itself. Next, if this particular folder was linked to my GitHub repo, I can straight away give COCO CLI the command that check in all of my files and push them to my GitHub repository, write a good commit message, uh, write who has edited it, write why it was edited, everything it can do. It is not currently linked to my GitHub repo, but instead what I can do is I'll ask it to create a nice versioning document. So I've given it the script. It is getting the current user and role. Is running. Yeah, it has perfectly identified what is my username, what kind of role I have, and it is creating a versioning document as well. I'll say yes. And once this versioning file is ready, we can very easily view it in VS Code as well. Let's wait for COCO CLI to give us the confirmation. So yeah, two version history documents were created. Let me go back. So yeah, I have these version documents here. Open preview, and you can see I have everything written here. What has changed, why it was changed, who created it, everything is written properly by COCO CLI itself. If this was linked to my GitHub repo, these were the commits and the commands that COCO CLI can do automatically so that I make sure everything is versioned also.